Mm, 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 mm. Hello, 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 hello. Guten Morgen. Now is where we find if liquids will go ahead and stay down. Ooh. When am I gonna shave? Never. Just to spite you. Double chin. Yeah, dude. Triple chin. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I'm pretty used to now waking up and having almost immediate like nausea, but this morning it was way worse. It's kind of like stomach cramps and dry heaving and shit. Like took a bath and sat there like dry heaved in the bath for a little while and decided to get up and try this. I've got to get my brain and voice ready to do some flash fried today, which actually might be going down pretty soon, so at least filming of it and all that. What will become of the poltergeist? I mean, I'm just gonna keep it. I recommend anybody who's a fan of this just stay subscribed to that, or get subscribed to it if you're not, because in the very likely eventuality that YouTube once again applies a bullshit strike to this channel, that's where I'll be going. Yes. As far as like in the interim, I'll probably still use it as a repository for the little, scary short existential stories that I've been doing there, as well as maybe I don't know, doing my creepy pasta streams over there as well. Anytime that we're going to be doing, anytime I know that I'm feeling like doing a creepy pasta stream, I might do it. I don't know. I really haven't decided yet, to be honest with you. I did not blow chunks. There were really no chunks to blow, I don't think. Did a whole lot of dry heaving though. How's the weather out in Lucy? It's pretty okay today. What? What? Mm. Who is chunks? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it, dude. Blow chunks and then, yeah, yeah, dude. I get it. Yeah, I have the biblical plague. Title promised you an ape. You're looking at one. Go look in the mirror. You're also looking at one. Any specific Cinema for Cynics content you're excited for? The Patreon looks enticing. Yeah, dude. Uh, I actually started work yesterday on what's going to end up being a really long series. guess I could tell you guys what it is. Oh no, man. Really? It's lawn care day? Oh, shitty. Um, yeah, it's lawn care day apparently. Great. The great fart of humanity. Gotta move inside. Whoa. I've got my arms full of whatnots. Come on, phone. Do me a solid. Don't fall. Oh yeah, you guys love this angle, don't you? The nostril cam. Alright. Whoa. I just need to put you down. Okay. Oh, I like that that's under there. Okay. There we go. That at least dampens the fart of humanity. The endless farting noise that comes out of this species. Constant farting. Every time I open my door or my window to do what I was just doing there. You know what I mean? Maybe enjoy being outside for once. Maybe listen to the sound of the wind blowing through the leaves and shit. Listen to the little chirps of the squirrels and the fucking birds and stuff. And then here comes the fart of humanity. The endless, gaseous, bellowing fart of humanity. Somebody firing up their fucking leaf blower or driving their fucking annoying ass car or flying some stupid jet by, and it's just, you know, all of it sounds the same to me. Just. And then you got to retreat back into your cave to block out the fart of humanity, but you're surrounded by it in here. You know, whatever. What's my longest fart? Like, I don't know, dude. I'm not real. I haven't really kept like an accounting of my farting. I'm an aristocrat, by the way. Pinkies out always when you're drinking. Just so you know. Imagine not having to trim or comb that beard. Imagine being able to feel the skin on your face. Imagine not having to itch or food in that beard. And you know what? Like, none of those things are really a problem for me. The beard is like pretty easy to take care of. Like, in terms of, you know, it doesn't take me a long time to do anything to it. And I've really learned to eat around the beard most of the time. Every once in a while, so, you know, I'll be eating something that's like one of the hardest things to eat with the beard is like a big, thick, sloppy burger, which, looking at me, you've got to understand I really love. So, but you've just got to accept, you know, when you're eating something big and sloppy like that, that there's going to be a certain amount of collateral beard damage. You know what I mean? But other than that, pasta or pizza or a normal hamburger, French, you know, like any other food really, ramen or soup or whatever the fuck, I ain't got no problem with it anymore. Like, I've trained myself to eat around the beard with as little collateral damage as possible. And it seems to work. How would you rate a fart after eating one of those burgers? Rate one? Is that like that British rate? Or are you asking me to actually rate it like on a scale of 1 to 10? You know what I mean? Because like in Britain, like you can say some shit like my accent is terrible, but I think my vernacular is on point here. You can say something like, "Yeah, how do you write going for a run?" You know what I mean? That's another way of asking like, "How do you wanna?" You know? How do you write? How do you write going to the movies this fucking Sunday? You know what I mean? So which rate are we doing here? You know what I mean? Do I like it? I don't even remember what your question was now. I've got that's a good idea to move on at that point, I think. What do you think about Superman turning 80 today? I don't. I mean, I don't care. Sorry. I mean, I'm not going to like wax philosophical about what the character is meant to me personally because it's 80 years old today. I just don't care. Mm, Paul made that rate thing up wrong about. I mean, I thought that was true. I was asking. I wasn't telling. I was asking. Which Final Fantasy, 6 or 9, has a sadder story? Uh, Probably 6, honestly. Because like Final Fantasy 6 has, you know, um, the fucking isn't that the one with the twins and shit that sacrifice themselves? Like you get these two characters that you get to play with for a significant little chunk of the game, and then they have to sacrifice themselves to save you. If that I get wrong, I get mixed up between Final Fantasies, um, because the numbering scheme is so weird between the United States and the Japanese one. Okay, so that was 4. Yeah, I don't really remember Final Fantasy 6 much then. Oh, see, that's the problem. See, you're calling it Final Fantasy 6, but in my brain, that's Final Fantasy 3. And that's just when it came out, that's what it was. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm fucked up here. Like, so yeah, no, of course I know Final Fantasy 6 or 3 to me. Um, the story for that one, like, I don't know. It didn't touch me as much as the story for 9 did. 9 is my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. Um, Out of the whole group. Although that may, I don't know, dude. I'm really enjoying my time with 15, and that's all I'll say about that. I don't want to waste too much time talking about a game that 90% of you probably couldn't give a shit about, but 15 is, man, dude. I haven't liked a Final Fantasy game. I haven't felt like I was playing a genuine Final Fantasy game in a long time, and I'm really enjoying 15. But 9 has been my traditional favorite. 9 is good, even though others didn't like it. 8 is the best. I mean, I think people hate on 8 way too much. I think 8 is a pretty cool game, actually. I like the tonal shifts of Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? So I like how they went from a more cartoony style overworld in 7 to they attempted a more gritty realism in 8. They attempted a darker story in 8, or certainly just kind of a darker presentation. Um, I think eight's a pretty good Final Fantasy, but 9 kind of bucks that tradition and gives you kind of the more cartoony, colorful story. Dinor, quit licking the couch, dude. You've got OCD, man. You've got doggy OCD, and I don't know what to do for you, man. Because I can't take you to like a doggy therapist. You know what I mean? But you've clearly got doggy OCD. Don't be licking that couch. If I hear you licking, I'm gonna make you get down. Battles in 9 are too slow. Whatever. I mean, Final Fantasy battles are supposed to be slow and methodical and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that is one thing that 15 has kind of changed. Although not really, because you can still spend a long time planning out your shit, but 15 kind of feels like it's got a faster flowing combat because it's more action oriented. But it's still got that pause and plan kind of element to it. Yeah, 9 soundtrack is great. Geralt met Kratos. Who cares? Kratos would fucking rip his arms out of his sockets and beat him to death with it. Is that even a question? Like, are there really like fanboys out there of The Witcher? Like, they're like, you know who, you know who else Geralt could kill? He could kill Kratos. It's like, no, no, Geralt would be so fucking raped. Like, you don't even understand, dude. You don't even understand. Kratos wins that without even trying, and if you think differently, then you're just stupid. Favorite Final Fantasy end villain theme? I mean, it's hard to pick. It's hard not to pick One Winged Angel, right? One Winged Angel. Man, that's just like one of the most epic fucking things that ever happened in a Final Fantasy game, dude. Sephiroth is, the game that he's in might not be my favorite Final Fantasy, but man, he probably gets derided a lot because he's a little bit edgy now. But dude, that's how you do a Final Fantasy villain. You know what I mean? You got to establish the son of a bitch much must pay mentality, as H.C. Bailey puts it. And few villains have done it so well. You know, another one that was established really well, even though the story is way more simple, or the game itself, I guess, way more simple, is in Lunar the Silver Star. Magic Emperor Galleon, dude. I mean, he was a pretty obvious villain, but they established the son of a bitch must pay mechanic really, really well with him. Let's see. You guys made me want to like listen to the Final Fantasy IX main theme. Damn it. Stupid ass YouTube. Hey, what up?
Fuck you, parasites.
Whoa, dude, whoa. God damn, man. The salt pours freely in the morning.
All is fat, all is dumb, all will be filled with rhino cum.
Oh, God.
The rhino with a boner out here.
Fuck that rhino.
I don't know, man.
I had to come inside.
Nancy, dude. I think you better go out here and talk to him.
Dude, I was sitting out there, but the fart of humanity drove me inside again. Yep. It's like, alright, I'll go back in my cave then.
Then I'll retreat back into my cave house. Oh.
He loves that little rhyme, dude. Paul is fat, Paul is dumb, Paul shall be filled with rhino cum. There's something about that. Dude. Just instant memories of the game flood back. That's that's the Final Fantasy opening theme that I think of, dude. Yeah, DMCA, whatever. Like, I just hate the way that this works. I totally agree with like people that just upload a whole song. Their shit should get, but like people that listen to 15 seconds of a song, get their whole shit monetized by that song. It's so stupid. It's never too big into Final Fantasy. I liked 7, but uh, only beat it as an adult. Yeah, I beat 7, 8. I mean, I was already an adult by the time I got 9. So 7 and 8, I beat as kids. I never really beat any of the other Final Fantasies solo. I had friends that had, you know, 1 through 4, and I played through 3 with my friend Waylon. Because in that one, you could pick up the second controller, and it would let you control one of the characters in one of the other characters in battle. So you got to make all the decisions and stuff. I mean, it wasn't really true co-op, but it was kind of co-op. Made it fun to sit there with your friend and play through the game, which is something that I don't know. I don't think they've done since. You know what I mean? That's something that I think would be kind of cool to bring back to the Final Fantasy series, just like that. Because the other person couldn't control anything else. You still got, player one still walked around, did all the talking and moving and questing, but in battle, the selections for that character. It was kind of fun too because it required inputs like Final Fantasy 6 for, whatever, or 3 for me. Um, you had to put in like Street Fighter inputs to do some of the moves for some of the characters. So that was kind of cool. This angle exemplifies your obesity. Dude, my obesity exemplifies my obesity. I look like a fat, bloated, swollen fucking toad no matter what angle you look at me from, dude. Just deal with it, man. Deal with it. It's a big bullfrog sitting on a lily pad, man. You are overweight. You are overweight. You are overweight. You are overweight. Hey, Paul, hope you're feeling great. Hey, did I tell you that you're overweight? Paul is overweight. Hey, 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 isn't it great? What?
You kind of Hey Jude it too.
Hey, Jude?
It's like, hey, Paul, you're fat and dumb. You'll be filled with that rhino cum. Remember, don't get into your eye. Yes, you should try not to die.
You see what I fucking put up with, dude? See what I live with, dude? TJ has the audacity, dude. The audacity to bitch about living with easy to live with Paul's ego. Dude, he's...
I don't think I've ever bitched enough.
Oh, that ain't true, TJ. You took to Twitter one. You remember your big old Twitter tirade about everything going wrong in your life? And you're like, when the people you live with are depressed and all bring you down in their own depressing way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Well, that's because all 3 of the people I live with are depressed faggots.
You're a depressed faggot sometimes.
Yeah, because y'all bring me down. Without y'all, I'd be fucking on cloud 9.
Okay. Cloud 9, dude. See what I put up with, dude. You play any Resident Evil? Yeah, who cares? Like Predator 2? Not really. It's a super disappointing movie if you've seen Predator 1. Like, maybe it's an okay movie if you've never seen a Predator movie, but if you've seen Predator 1, you're not gonna like Predator 2. Yeah, dude. See this abuse, dude. This constant abuse. Paul is skinny, Paul is smart, Paul will not do a fart. Holy shit. Um, National Lampoon's senior trip. I don't know, dude. Maybe. Just remember that Jews. Oh, get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. Take your Jew hating elsewhere, man. I love Jews here, okay? Let it be known, let the decree go forth that Paul's ego loves him some Jews. All right? Thank you, Oliver. Close off. Have you heard the new Ghost single? Yes, it's really good. You know what I mean? Like, I pretty much, I dig what they do. I dig the aesthetic that they're putting out there. I like the kind of hair metal notes that they hit, you know what I mean, in their songs while still kind of maintaining this dark kind of kayfabe satanic church thing. I just like it, dude. And I like the way that the, you know, Tobias Forge or whatever, the lead guy, kind of plays with the audience's expectations by constantly replacing himself with a new character. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the new single is really good. Rats. What I do? What's not to like about the Jews? Like all of this nonsense that everybody's always talking about the Jews, that's this historical anti-Semitism and stuff. None of it addresses all the good stuff that Jews bring to the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's not to like about the Jews? Jews controls it all. I mean, I don't see that being the case. I think Jews control a little bit of it, you know? Some good Jews out there. Some smart Jews. So what? What? I should hate a people because they're smart? I should hate a people because they're good at business? I should hate a people because they're good at promoting films and creating films? I should hate a people for this? Are you doing a voice? What? I don't know what you're talking about. If you ever have a P.O. box, you're going to get an ass load of Paratroopa plushies. Okay. Why is pomegranate juice so expensive? Probably because it takes a lot of pomegranates to get a little bit of juice, if you get my drift. They're not a real juicy fruit. You know, most of their juice is in their seeds. So it's probably hard to get a big old pomegranate juice. At least that's what I would assume. Now the question that I have is that why is orange juice priced like it's made out of fucking gold or some shit everywhere you go? Like when you go to like IHOP to get breakfast, the orange juice that you get costs more than the fucking pancakes and sausage in front of you. There's something dead wrong with that. And we've just allowed that to go on forever in America. You know, like it seems like that like restaurants all got together and decided like, you know what? This fucking orange juice just flying off the shelves. Let's just make it $8 a glass. What do you think? And everybody just was complicit in that.
You're almost excited, like, man, orange is so expensive, it must be real good.
Yeah, and it usually isn't. You can just tell that all they did was squeeze some oranges. Like even the places that have it fresh, it's like, how is this more expensive than the fucking pork that came from an animal that had to be fed for years and shit? You know what I mean? This is a fucking orange that somebody plucked off a tree and poured into a, squoze and put in a glass for me.
This is from rare Peruvian spider oranges.
Especially in like my area where like a lot of citrus fruit was grown locally. So it's like they don't even have the excuse of like, well, we're far away from oranges, they have to be shipped.
Well, yeah.
It was still like that in California where I grew up.
Oranges are pretty common.
Yep.
We're not too far away from Florida where they also grow a shit ton of oranges.
Yep. You still paying $8 a glass for fucking orange juice. Like it's some fucking indulgence and not just a glass of juice. It's not. Like, it's just a glass of goddamn juice. It's not supposed to be the centerpiece of the meal.
Wow. Orange juice. Yeah, I mean, like, how much is an orange? It's like under $1.
Oh, way less than $1.
You know? I mean, I don't really know the price of oranges because I don't really buy it.
Yeah, I never buy a single orange, but I can guarantee you it's under $1 for a single orange. And that's buying it off the fucking produce place at a grocery store. That's not even talking about like wholesale oranges available to restaurateurs and shit. So, there's no way that you can justify charging as much for a goddamn glass of orange juice as they do.
Bastards.
Dinor. OCD, dude.
You're getting old, Paul.
What?
You're on an orange juice is too expensive rant, you know?
Yeah.
Goddamn price of orange juice through the damn roof.
Well, dude, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to not get old?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's a very old man concern.
Dude, this has been the old man concern thing because I moved in earlier because some goddamn neighbors doing their dog always buzzing with their lawnmowers and shit. I was bitching about that earlier. God, man, I am turning into a fucking old man. I'm not ready yet, dude. I still feel like I've got maybe like a half year, maybe 3/4 of a year worth of youth and vitality left in me,
Just practice, dude.
Yeah, you're right though. That is a pretty old man concern. And I do spend a lot of time in in a pretty roundabout way bitching about like goddamn kids these days, everything they listen to sucks and all their movies suck and all their rappers are stupid.
Dude, I've had young people agree with me on that shit though.
Well, yeah, I mean like there's always going to be edgy young people and then there's really young people.
Yeah.
The people that are actually out there consuming this shit that have no interaction with us whatsoever. But they're the fucking majority, trust me.
Yeah, I mean, that shit wouldn't be popular if they did.
Yeah, if the cynical ones that see through the bullshit were the majority, then they'd be getting a lot better music thrown at them. Clint Eastwood guy from Gran Torino was a cool old guy. Is that because he was like racist at the beginning that you're saying that? Is that just your roundabout way to...
He never really stopped being racist.
I mean, he kind of like... I think that was the implication of the film. Is that he totally disregarded them as like subhuman at the beginning, and then at the end he's willing to go die for them. Like, I see it, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it was because it wasn't done in that over-the-top way of like, well, my racism was really bad and stuff. You just kind of realized, like, I actually have more in common with these people than I do with my own family.
Yeah. That's clearly what it was about. I mean, yeah, he never had a big, like, I was wrong to call you a nip or whatever the fuck, you know, like, because his character just wouldn't have done that. He did it the only way he knew how. Went down there and fucking made sure that nobody was fucking with him. Had the cants. Um,
I don't know. I mean, like he kind of like still believed in like that casual, like friendly racism. You know, like with that whole barbershop scene, like they,
yeah. What's up, Spook? What's up, Cracker?
let's all just call each other racial fucking shit and just, you know,
Yeah.
ease that tension a little bit.
I think those scenes were in there.
Don't you think black-white relations would be better? You know, if it was just acceptable.
If what was acceptable?
Just be like, hey, what's up, you fucking nigger? Fuck you, cracker. You know.
I mean,
like, all right, yeah, we got that out of our system.
Well, yeah, if the especially the N word, if that wasn't such a fucking hammer blow of a word that stopped all conversation, it would probably be better for everybody. Yeah, but I can't control how people react to what I say.
I can.
Oh yeah?
No, I don't know why I said that.
Chelsea.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
Hey, Chelsea.
I just want to know where you're going that has $8 orange juice. That's ridiculous.
Whatever, Chelsea. You don't know. The goddamn price through the roof. It's a racket, I tell you. It's a racket between these restaurant people.
I mean, orange juice usually is pretty expensive. I don't know if it's $8, but.
I mean, maybe at a fancy restaurant.
I mean, even at like Denny's and shit, they charge.
It's like $3.20 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if you get the big refillable Coke and sit there and drink it till you burst, you pay like $1. But for some reason, like if you get a glass of orange juice, not only do you get a smaller glass,
Yeah, they give you a tiny glass of it.
you get a little skosh of orange juice, but they want to charge a brother like $3.50. I'm like, what is that for?
No, because she's gotten out of it a few times. She's just trying to climb the fucking glass, dude.
That's absurd. How dare they? I know. It ought to be criminal. It ought to be criminal. Hello, Nova. Paul, tell me about your loud neighbors and how you miss the old days when people were respectable. I do. Used to be a man could go in his backyard at noon on a fucking midday week and some asshole wouldn't have a bunch of Mexicans revving up every goddamn farting machine in the world. You know?
Just used to let that grass grow free.
Yeah. Used to be that a man's lawnmower was one of the quietest pieces of machinery he had because he just pushed it along and it cut the grass. And it was a great thing too because the grass that you cut, if you kept up with it, just fertilized the grass. No, can't do it like that anymore though.
Excuse me.
Used to be.
Good.
Go, TJ. TJ's dead. TJ just turned into Donald Duck. I don't know. he coughed until he became Donald Duck.
What? I do. Well, shit. I'm supposed to do my show at 2.
Well, you should have planned that better.
I did. It was supposed to be at 1.
What happened?
Scotty happened.
Oh, the cherry fell.
Yeah, the whole thing fell out here. It's useless now.
Paul, I have missed you. I missed the DP podcast. That's still on, man. Go watch it. I think TJ coughed so hard he transported to another dimension.
It's happened before.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll start spewing gibberish as he coughs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you still speak to Pimp Monk? Yes. I was on Pimp Monk's show like a week ago.
Cause he's busy. I don't know.
Why are you so picky with answering questions? Because most of the questions are total fucking dog shit. Have you ever tried an OFAP? No. I also haven't tried any number of stupid bullshit from the internet that people try because they hear other people doing it on the internet, like No Shave November or
Hey,
No Beard December or whatever the fuck.
I have a Cairo appointment at 3.
LMAO. Have you ever had to diffuse a hostile situation with a stranger? Like between a stranger and somebody I know, I've done that.
Probably just come at 4 then.
Yeah, I've stepped in.
All right.
I've stepped in between like friends of mine and people that wanted to do them harm and diffused those things.
Tuesday because Chelsea works on that.
I've actually been involved in kind of melees between my friends
Right.
and taken shrapnel while trying to be a mitigating force. So there's that as well.
All right. Sounds good. Bye. All right. He's just gonna come at 4.
One time I had to break up a fight between my friends Waylon and Ben because we were all drunk. I don't even remember what the occasion was, and we stepped out on my front porch for them to smoke. I had quit smoking at this point, so I wasn't smoking, but they were out there smoking and shit. And Waylon is one of those people, even when he's sober, when he's smoking, he wants to be constantly spitting too. And when he's drunk, it's a constant thing. Like every drag he takes, he's got to spit twice.
I hate that shit.
And oh, dude,
That's so nasty.
it really is. And he was, I mean, he's gotten. I'm sure he's way better now. But like this, we're talking like he's in early 20s. Nobody gives a fuck. He's out there on the front porch and he's doing his thing. You know, just spit going fucking everywhere, and we're all drunk. And he unleashes this one torrent of spit, and like the tail of it hits the grass, but it brushes over like Ben's shoe and leaves a little streak, you know what I mean? So it almost just lands dead on his foot. Just, you know, but it leaves a little bit of, and Ben's like, yeah, you don't spit on my foot, man. And Waylon's like, I'm sorry. And just spits right on his foot. Like a big mouthful, like as he's saying he's sorry, he intentionally just horks a giant loogie right on Ben's foot. And Ben immediately just cocks back drunkenly, lands a couple of hits. Waylon goes down. I step in front of Ben. I get hit a couple of times trying to stop him from beating the shit out of Waylon. Then once I've got Ben restrained, Waylon gets balls and gets up and starts trying to hit him over me. So I turn around and I take a couple from him. You know what I mean? Just ridiculous bullshit. All over somebody like that just couldn't spit 3 inches to the left of him onto my grass. You know what I mean? I wasn't even asking him not to be a disgusting fuck and spit every time he took a drag. Whatever. It's one of the reasons like why drinking is just an occasional thing for me, because like I've seen and been involved in and done so much stupid, meaningless drunk fighting that it's just like, all right, at some point like you gotta just say I've had enough of this. Like there's you know, I don't even get, it's not even a release for me anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, not this again. Whatever, though. Stupid drunk shit gonna happen. Paul, you enjoy your given name? I've always liked the name. How is it like having it? I don't really care for it all that much. I probably wouldn't name myself Paul. I like my middle name better than I like anything about the rest of my name, but, I probably wouldn't even choose that for myself. Glorpo or some shit. That's what I'd name myself.
Orpo the Magnificent.
Yes, Glorpo. Have you ever checked out Project Gorgon? Just out on Steam. Feels like a unique nostalgic blend of Ultima Online skill system with it. Huh? I don't know, man. I'll check it out. Do you think there's going to be a fight on the Prohibition episode? Probably. I'm just hoping it's not between me and anybody. I'm just hoping that it goes the usual way I think it's going to go, which is an escalating verbal dispute between Scotty and TJ, culminating in Scotty going, I'll come over there right now. I'll come over there right now. And TJ going, I don't give a fuck. Come over here if you want. And then Scotty gets up and goes, oh, yeah, you want to come over it? And TJ just sitting there shaking his head. And then, where it goes from there is, who knows, dude. Scotty probably shoved TJ a few times. TJ will just keep looking at the camera, shaking his head. And Scotty will come and sit down. It'll probably happen a couple of different times. Do you rate the idea of coming to the UK sometime? Get a little close to the nuclear missiles? Lol. What? What? Do you rate the idea of coming to the UK? Ugh. I don't know, man. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know that I actually want to go to the UK. Maybe. Reminds me of the drinking contest where Scotty puked and you drunkenly slur out, "Did I win?" Yeah.
Watch out.
Paul, have you played F-Zero? Yes, I have.
Maybe. Should I go check?
What do you think of the koala not getting a job because he didn't have any qualifications? I think I'm going to end the stream because of that, you fucking idiot.